Hi, and welcome to our team webinar. My name is Barb Miller, and I'm here with Pamela Markham today. And we're going to tell you guys a little bit about Hempworx and my daily choice and all about the CBD oil industry. So just going to get started here. I just want to thank you for joining us. If you're just joining us, just going to give it a minute here to make sure everybody's on. And we're going to tell you a little bit about what we're doing with the CBD oil business and our booming industry. If you're just coming on, if you can comment hello in the chat, tell us where you're tuning in from. Hi, Michelle. Hey, Ray. Hey, Barb. If you're just tuning in, comment hi. We'd love to hear from you. Hi, Shirley, Kimberly, Bonnie. Hey, David. Comment where you're tuning in from. Hi, Deborah from Texas. Hey, Robert. Hi, Ray from Florida and Cindy. Thank you all for joining us today. Hi, Melissa. We're just going to get started here. Just going to give it another minute while everybody's logging in. Hey, Justine. Hi, Eddie from Texas. Lots of Texans here today.
Yeah.
Hi, Patty. Thank you all for joining us. We're going to get started here, and feel free as we're talking, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them, or you can wait till the end and we will be available for questions at the end as well. So just to introduce myself, my name is Barb Miller and I'm a 250K affiliate with Hempworx, and I have Pamela Markham here with me today. She's a 10K affiliate with Hempworx. So we're really excited to tell you about this business we've been involved with. And I'll tell you a little bit about my story first, and then we're going to hear from Pamela. She has a really powerful story to share with you guys. So I got started with Hempworx back in June. I enrolled with my enroller, Judy, and I saw her posting these testimonies about Hempworx and about CBD oil, and I thought, wow, this is interesting. I didn't know an awful lot about the product back then, but I was reading all the testimonies and how it was helping so many people, and I thought, you know, I bet you that could help my husband, who was going through some health issues at the time, and maybe my kids. And so I ordered the product and I joined the business, and I was really excited about it because I knew CBD oil is something everybody's talking about now, and I just had a feeling this was going to be something really powerful and you know, really exciting. And so my husband started using the product and I started using the product, and I noticed it helped me sleep a lot better. I had a lot more energy. I just had a sense of really, you know, better well-being. And my husband started using the product and it helped him with pain, helped him with inflammation, helped him with diabetes, blood pressure, all kinds of things. He you know, really enjoyed taking the product. He's still taking the product. He's sleeping so much better because he's not in pain all night. He has more energy during the day. And we are just loving the product. I've been giving it to my kids. I have 4 kids. They're all taking it. And even my little dog is taking the product now for his pain and his anxiety. So our whole family is enjoying this product, and we're enjoying sharing it with everybody else that we come in contact with. You know, everybody's kind of looking for something that will help with their health issues and just help with their well-being. And this is really the product that, you know, is helping so many people. If you read our testimonies we're posting, you know, it's just wild, all the things that it's helping with. You know, not to make any medical claims, but people are just saying how much they're loving our product, and it's really creating such a buzz in this industry. Our product is being talked about more than any other CBD oil out there. There's just a few things that are really make it special. One thing is it's grown in the US, so it's local. And I see we just have Susan Young joining us. Awesome. So yes, it's grown in the U.S., which is really important. You want a product that is sourced in the U.S., that's organic like ours is. It's non-GMO, and it's full spectrum. You know, a lot of CBD products out there are not created equal. Some of them are just a portion of the plant and a part of the plant, and you know, ours is full spectrum, which we're really proud of. And so I'm just going to pass this off to Pam. She's going to tell you a little bit about her story, about her taking the product and why she joined the business and how she's doing in the business now. She's a 10K affiliate, which is really exciting. So I'm going to pass this off to her and let her tell her story.
Okay, well, thank you, Barb. I'm Dr. Pam Markham, and I am from Worcester, Ohio, which is Northeast. And I heard about this business first from Barb and our mutual friend Sherilyn. They're both Canadians, and I love their accent when they say "a boat." It's so cute. But I had heard about it, and I was intrigued because I have fibromyalgia, and I was looking for relief from that. I've also had depression for probably over 20 years. And take Prozac, and I was looking to cut down on that or go off of it because I just don't like the long-term effects that I see. I'm a clinical psychologist, so I have seen what long-term use of medication can do, and I want to avoid that if at all possible. And then I have family members. I have 8 children, and we have the depression and anxiety runs through our family from my mom's side. It's a very strong a genetic thing, I think. So I wanted to be able to help my kids, the ones that need some help. They mostly tend to have anxiety. So what we have found is, for me, my fibromyalgia is so much better. I'm sleeping better. I wake up with more energy. The pain, it mostly is in my shoulders, is a lot better. I also like the Hempworx pain relief cream called Relief. It's awesome for my shoulders. So then also my kids, a couple of them are using it for anxiety and finding great results. They're able to use less medication. Well, the one that's on medication, she's using less. And then I also have my sister who had a severe head injury 17 years ago. She was out riding her bike and a semi hit her, the mirror. And she was life flighted and everything. She lost short-term memory at the time and sense of smell, and slowly over the years, a lot of that came back, but she was always having trouble sleeping. And when she would get tired, it's almost like she couldn't sleep because she was too tired. Her brain wouldn't calm down. And this medicine, or this oil has helped her so much. She's just excited how much more energy she has. She just couldn't believe it. So she's telling everybody about it now too. And I'm very excited about the business aspect. Being a mom of 8 and a homeschooler, even though I have the degree and the license in psychology, it's always been hard to go outside the home and work a lot of hours. I needed to be here. So I had looked at some other home businesses before, but never found the success that I have here with Hempworx. It's just every month it just spreads more and more people want to hear about it. More people are telling their family, and it's just it seems like every day I get a message from somebody telling me something else this oil has done for them. So it's nice to still be able to help people, but be home with my family and, just build this business to help our income. So I think that's, my main story right now. I'm just really excited. Every month is just more excitement because more people get on board and see what this is. I have a new friend now that's not too far from me geographically. She found me on Facebook, but she's growing her business, and we hope to sometime this year have enough of a team, which I'm sure we will, to have a corporate event here, a regional event. So that's what we're hoping. So I think that's about it for now.
Thanks so much, Pam. I really love your story. And I especially like the part about where you talk about working from home and how important your kids are to you. I know you have a few kids, as do I. And that's one of the things that's really important to me too. You know, when I started working from home years ago, my little guy was really sick and I couldn't work outside the home. And this was so convenient for me. And, you know, my little guy is healthy now, but it's still the best choice for my family. You know, I couldn't work outside the home and make as much of an income as I do, you know, promoting CBD oil and Hempworx. So it's really important to me. I can be here with my kids. My kids are home right now while I'm doing this webinar. And, you know, you can work from anywhere. You can, you know, your life is so flexible when you're working from home. And that's just the best part of it. You know, I love when I see stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads, working moms, working dads reaching out to me to ask about this business, because it's just, it fits every lifestyle. You know, there's people that are working a full-time job and are doing this and, you know, seeing great results with their income. You know, it's like the most convenient side income you can have. We have a lot of people who are working towards quitting their 9-to-5 jobs so they can do this full-time. You know, this is their passion. This is what they want to do. Their passion isn't their 9-to-5. Their passion is Hempworx and helping people. And, you know, that's a goal a lot of people on our team have, is working towards doing this full time. And how exciting is that? So next we're going to hear from Susan, and Pam, you and I can just mute out so we can hear Susan a little bit better.
Thank you, Barb. And thank you, Pam. And thank you, everybody that's listening today. I'm at the library. We don't have very good internet where I live, so I have a few challenges. I'm working on the business, but they're not very big challenges. So I'm a grandma. I live in Grantsville, Utah. If you don't know where that is, it's almost a suburb of Salt Lake City, which is, I've lived in the Salt Lake Valley most of my life, and now we live west, which is on the way to Nevada. So it's a great little town, but it's a different place where I haven't been used to. My son lives there with his family, and so I've been trying to work from home because I have fibromyalgia as well. And I'm now basically kind of an unemployable person because I've never really enjoyed working at jobs all through my life. I'm too opinionated. I want to be in charge. I want to have fun. I want to be self-employed. I want to make money. And so since 1986, I've tried to be self-employed, and I've done a lot of different ventures, and I've been pretty successful at most of them. But they've all been kind of a struggle. And that's the thing about Hempworx and My Daily Choice is it hasn't been a struggle. It's just been something that's so natural to me. And I love that because I don't like to have to approach people everywhere I go and ask them about it. And I don't. I just take out my drops and put them under my tongue. And then it's almost like they start to chase me. And because they've seen the change in my life too. So I have had a lot of very serious health problems. I've been on a lot of prescriptions. And I have a friend, her name is Kathy Rubin. And I've known Kathy she says I've known her 20 years. I only personally remember knowing her really well for about 5 years. Kathy and I went on a river trip together. We went on a journey. It was a weight release journey. Kathy was releasing lots and lots of weight, and I was celebrating on the river, getting 100 pounds off. And actually, I got 140 pounds off, and this was 5 years ago. And so I wanted somebody to go and run the river with. My son ran the Teton Highwater River Adventure, and I didn't have anybody to go with because my husband was working full-time, and summertime just doesn't work for construction. So Kathy and I loaded up in the car, and we went on this river run. And I trusted her. She's a friend that I learned to trust. I traveled with her. I enjoyed her. We became very, very close friends. We met at a networking group where we were both promoting different businesses. And so when she started to contact me on Facebook a little while ago, she had moved to Montana a few years ago, and she said, I live in your community, and I live in Rush Valley, which is really close to Grantsville, well, 45 minutes, but when you live in a country place like this, that's pretty close. So she met me at the little coffee shop, and I had decided to buy a bottle, and I said, well, I'm not going to do this business. I have another business that I like, and that's my business, and I'm not going to do this. And I was a little bit stubborn, but I bought the bottle. And when I saw Kathy, I'm sorry, I'm a really emotional person, but when I saw Kathy, she'd had 2 strokes and she'd gained quite a bit of weight back. And it was really heartbreaking for me. She doesn't know how hard that was for me to see her because I love her so much, and she was really having a hard time putting words together, finding sentences, because she'd worked for a year on speech therapy, and she was able to sort of get her thoughts out. But I thought, oh my goodness, she's done. She's through. I wonder if she'll be alive the next time I see her. It's what I thought. But I bought the bottle. I gave her a hug. I told her I loved her. We spent about an hour and a half together. And then in a few weeks, my order came and I started to use it. And it comes a lot quicker now, by the way. But I started to use it. And within a day, within the first dose, I felt a huge difference. My pain started to leave. With fibromyalgia, I was kind of just frozen. I mean, I just knew that I couldn't do very many things, hardly even exercise. I had pain. I had all sorts of things, psoriasis, GERD, which is acid reflux, IBS, just depression, anxiety, eczema, fatigue, you name it. They call it the everything disease, and I had them all. But I was managing and doing my best, but I really wasn't very happy, and I kind of just reclused myself into sitting in the recliner a lot. So when I started to use this CBD oil, it was life-changing, and I knew that it was. Right away, I was sleeping all night, where before I was staying up till 1, 2, 3 in the morning. I started to go to sleep about 10:30 at night, and I have used the sprays a little bit, but even without those, I was able to sleep. I notice a new thing that's gone every week. I'll see something new that's gone, and I think, wow, I don't even have sores on my head anymore. I used to have psoriasis, open bleeding sores all over my head. The only thing that would kill them would be a perm, chemicals. And now they're just gone. And it isn't from anything but the drops under my tongue. My eyes were medically dry, so dry that I would take a prescription kind of like Restasis. I'd have to take that at night before I go to bed and then when I get up. But even besides that, every hour I would be waking up, putting in more drops because my eyes would hurt. And now I forget to put the drops in half the time when I go to bed. I don't really even need them anymore. I'm not going to buy them again. That's a $50 prescription. And then I started to realize that, why am I taking these antidepressants that I've taken for 20 years? I feel really good. Would I be able to do without them? And my doctor said that I could wean myself off of those, and that they were the kind that I could do that with. And they were also a pain pill, a pretty strong one that I was paying $100 a month for. So within 30 days, I was completely off of my antidepressants. And I'm sorry, it's hard to talk about because it means so much to me, but I was off of those antidepressants and the pain pills. The eye drops, I don't need anymore. And then I was thinking again about the psoriasis. I don't need that cream. So that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4 prescriptions that I've been able to get rid of. And I was taking about 12 supplements, 11 supplements. Now I take 2. I take calcium and multiple vitamins. I was spending $140 a month. They were excellent supplements, but I don't need them anymore because my body functions better because of the CBD oil. So all in total, last week I said it was $290 a month I was saving, but with the cream for the psoriasis, it's over $300 a month that I'm saving. And I'm spending maybe $50 a month because I always buy the director pack. And I thought I was only using 5 drops 3 times a day, but it's really more like 10 or 15. So I don't go anywhere without it. I carry it in my purse. I had something happen to my eye. I had some permanent makeup done here, and they just went really, really deep. They had to get out some old stuff here that was there, and my eye was just swollen up like a big, bright purple glob. I put a little bit of the CBD oil right there, and the next day I showed it to my husband, and it was really healed. So I've enjoyed what I've done. My skin has changed. My skin used to have bright red rosacea with a big swollen red nose. If you've seen rosacea in adult acne, I have peaches and cream skin now, and my hair is growing really fast. It's getting thick. It's not damaged. It's getting darker. So everything has just improved in my life, and I've loved sharing it with people. I haven't gone out of my way to share it with others. I've made some posts on Facebook. And I've told a few of my family about it. My daughter's using the product, and I have some close friends that are using the product that live here in Grantsville with me, and I have some strangers that I've met in the grocery store. I have some people that I didn't know from Facebook that are using it to market, finding a company that I can market with and I can earn some money with. And I'm not earning a lot of money right now, but It's averaging about $50 a day, which I've only been doing this now, not even seriously, for 2 months. So I can see a great future. I can see a car bonus. I can see an income that will allow my husband to retire. And I can see it quite quickly. So I'm really grateful for it. I'm grateful for Barb that she's teaching us. I've never really been able to learn how to do a business that's network marketing as effectively as I have from her. She's fun. She's easy. She just easily teaches it. And that's what I want to do, is teach others how to do this business. I hope that you'll join me. I hope that you'll give it a try and at least improve your health. Even if you don't have a lot of health issues, I think you can improve your energy. I know I've improved my energy. I'm going around doing things. I'm getting in the pool again. I'm working out with water aerobics, which I used to teach water aerobics and haven't really been able to do for quite a while. But I'm able to do that now. I'm able to go with my husband places, and I'm a lot happier. My children can see that I'm happier. My grandchildren can too. So Barb, that's about all that I have to say, and thanks for letting me talk today.
Thank you so much, Susan. Wow. That's all I can say is, wow, what a powerful testimony that is. And yes, very emotional. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. It's quite amazing what you've been through, and it's quite amazing the results you've gotten from the product. Like, just one bottle, one product, that's it. This is not like a multiple product thing where you have to take, you know, all these powders and pills and all this stuff to see these results. It's one bottle of CBD oil, and it provides, you know, really life-changing results for people, because what you've experienced, it's got to be life-changing. I know, you know, for my husband, it was completely life-changing for him. He was in so much pain in what he went through. He wasn't sleeping. I mean, we were all kind of miserable. Nobody was sleeping at night. He was in pain. I mean, to watch somebody go through that is, you know, not fun. They volunteered to get on this webinar today because they love to talk about their both with the product and with the income we're making. It's just, it's phenomenal. It's like nothing we've ever seen. And that's why we're here today, to tell you guys about it. And it doesn't cost, you know, thousands of dollars to join us. It doesn't cost hundreds of dollars to join us. You can purchase one product, $69, and you get a life-changing product. And to become a rep, to upgrade your account from a customer account to a rep account, is $20. So $20 to join this business. You know, where else are you going to find something like that? You know, you're not. And the only thing you missed, Susan, I'll ask you to finish with, is what you told me last night about Kay. You said when you first saw Kay, she could barely, you know, put a sentence together. And can you tell us when you saw her next, what she was like?
That was the most important thing I forgot to tell you, Kay. When I saw her 2 weeks later, because I said, okay, I'm going to be a distributor. I know I'm really hard to recruit, but I have to do this. I went to see her in Twilla, which is close to where I live, and so she could teach me and get me signed up. And it was like she was a different woman. Her hair was gorgeous, beautifully done. She was walking uprightly. She was speaking intelligently, just like my very good friend Kay. It wasn't like there was even any damage from the strokes. She said that she had to concentrate to be able to speak and put her words together, but you couldn't tell. And she's extremely brilliant, and she's back again with that brilliant, wonderful, Christ-like personality. I'm going to go see her today. She had an accident in a car, and she miraculously just she was paralyzed and could only use her toes and her fingers, because they jerked to not hit a deer. We have a lot of animals out here, and it paralyzed her. But they were able to go in and relieve some pressure, and she's fine. She's recovering. She was in a rehab center. She did some videos from the rehab center. You should really look at her videos. It's amazing. And then she had surgery on her neck, and they found out that she needs a little bit more surgery. I won't go into that because maybe that's private, but it's awesome what they found. And the doctors actually wrote prescriptions for her to have her CBD oil by her bed in the hospital at the University of Utah, and also at the rehab center, because they felt like it had helped her so much. And so I went to see her, and she was just thrilled, just positive, with this neck brace on, as happy as could be and as kind as could be, and sharing her CBD oil with the people at the rehab center that were helping her. So I'm going to get to see her today and see how much she's progressed. And she's really an example to me and a dear, dear friend. And I'm really grateful to her for sharing this business with me and having the courage to recruit the unrecruitable, the one on your chicken list that's the most scary to talk to because they're never going to do anything like this. And they've already got their business that they've been doing since 2009. And don't talk to me, but she did. She broke through that shell, and I'll always be grateful.
Barb, I think that reminded me of something.
Sure.
You know, when I first heard about this, and now that I understand more about it, I'm I'm angry that I didn't know about it sooner because, I went to graduate school. I learned all about the brain. I learned how the brain functions, how the central nervous system functions. Nobody ever mentioned our endocannabinoid system ever. I didn't know we had that. And here we have these receptors all through our body for this. And once people get to try it and the things it does for the brain, I mean, the people that I look back on that I wish I could go back now and give it to them, schizophrenics, people with bipolar disorder, so many things, PTSD, I'm trying to get the word out this way, but, we have been shielded from this for a long time, and it's opened up now, and we have this good news that we can tell people. And I take that seriously, and I just find it to be just so exciting to be able to educate other people now.
It's true. I agree. I mean, it's one of these things. I certainly didn't know about it. I mean, but we, find out new information, and when we find out new information, things change. So I'm just so glad to be helping so many people with this. I'm glad that you guys have joined this team. I'm so thankful for everybody that we have on our team. We have such an amazing group of leaders. We have a support group, training group, and, we're just trying to get the word out there for anybody that either needs our product or, maybe wants to supplement their income or create a full-time income with an amazing product, something that, we're certainly very proud of, very proud to represent. And we've all seen a lot of success. If anybody has any questions, feel free to comment now. We can answer them before we go. Or the other thing you can do is you can get back with the person that invited you to this webinar. They can answer any of the questions you have about joining. We have a few different joining options, but like I said, you can simply purchase one of our products and pay just $20 to upgrade your account to become an affiliate. And it gives you websites, it gives you our marketing system, which is unlike no other. I've never seen a marketing system like this one that we have. Has follow-up with, people that are interested in the business, and, just everything's kind of done for you. We have an amazing back office with tons of information. Like I said, we have our training group where, everybody helps each other. We have best team ever. And I'm just going to check. I think we have one question here. It's for you, Pamela. How long have you been using it? Melissa says her mom has fibro, depression, and anxiety, so she's very curious.
I started taking it when I joined in early July, and I got it probably 10 days later, something like that, and started slowly and worked my way up. So I've been using it ever since. I would say the fibro pain started to decrease pretty quickly. Probably that first week I could tell a difference, and then the depression too. For my kids that have the anxiety, I know my older daughter, she noticed it right away, like the first dose. She's like, I don't need Xanax, So, it varies with the person. I'm not going to say everybody has the exact same reaction. We all have different issues going on in our body and all that. But, there's no reason not to try it. It's just awesome.
It is, and I see Audrey is saying she's crying because she's grateful for the product, the company, and everybody. And that's the thing. It's such an emotional thing to talk about because we all have these amazing stories, both about the product, about the business. I mean, I know all of us have just seen such incredible income, just from sharing this product. And it's so easy to do. Like Susan said, she's barely even shared it with that many people, but people are really responding to her story, responding to what she's sharing with them, and they're trying the product and finding out, how much they like it. And it's incredible how fast word spreads when you have an incredible product like this. So, if you've been curious about CBD, about Hempworx, about the whole industry, reach out to the person that invited you to this webinar or shared this video with you. And they'd love to answer your questions, to share their own testimony, maybe somebody else's. Somebody comes to me and maybe I don't share the same health issues that they do or the same, sort of things. But, we can always find a testimony that kind of matches up to what you're going through in your life. So, don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to, ask questions or ask how it might help you the same way that it's helped somebody else. So reach out to the person who shared this with you. We're here to answer questions. We'd love to have you join our team. We have training for anybody. If you've never done network marketing before, if you've never been in direct sales, join us. We will teach you everything you need to know. We're here to help you. We're here to help everybody. We want everybody to see success, both with the product and with the business. And we're really excited about this. We have huge momentum going on. And I think we have one more question. Cardio, that's a big word from Robert. I have a pacemaker. I asked my doctor if he would approve of this, but he said no. I'm currently on medication to regulate my heart and blood pressure. If there's such a miracle worker, then why aren't doctors approving this? Well, I'll tell you first. I'm going to let Pam answer. I'm going to say first, we're not here to give any medical advice. Pam will answer that because she is the best suited.
Because the reason they aren't is because they aren't trained in it. Okay, they are not trained in natural and preventive medicine. And I'm not saying there are none that are, but generally speaking, that's not what they're trained for. They're trained for sick care, not for health care. Okay, so, and it's not to put down doctors. I appreciate them. I'm glad I have kids in the medical profession. I'm in the medical profession, really, but they just are not trained. They don't understand it. And I think, because you have to think about from their vantage point, if you don't understand something, you're not going to say it's okay because of the way people sue doctors so often. They're just afraid, if they don't know. I think that's going to change. I think it's starting to change. I've heard a lot of people say that their doctors are looking into it and starting to approve of it. But, that would be my answer to that question.
I have a comment too. Can you hear me?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. So I have atrial fibrillation, and I know that's not what you mentioned that you have, but my atrial fibrillation was not in control with my sotalol. And so that was kind of scary. And I just take aspirin. So every week I think of something new that's gone away. And when he said that, the light just went on, and I realized a few days ago that my atrial fibrillation is under control now because of the CBD oil. I still take my sotalol, but the sotalol before did not keep it under control. It was in and out, and now it is never out. Neither is my irritable bowel. I have doctors that do recommend the CBD oil and are thrilled that I'm on it. So I think your doctor just hasn't caught on yet, and he probably will, or maybe you'll find another one that will tell you that it's okay if you do a little bit of research and get a second opinion.
And it's true. There are a lot of doctors. I talked to a lady myself today, and she actually went to her doctor, asked about CBD oil, and the doctor was like, sure, go ahead and take it. Take it with your meds that you're taking. It's completely safe. And I was so overjoyed to hear that because, we don't get that all the time. And it's frustrating for people because they want to take the product. They go to their doctor because that's what we recommend. When somebody comes to me and asks medical questions, I'm not, a medical person. So I always refer them back to their doctor. They go to their doctor, and depending on the doctor, they're either going to get the, okay, go ahead and take it, or, I don't know anything about it, or whatever the doctor is going to say. And if they don't know anything about it, or if they're not willing to educate themselves on it, then it's not something they can really recommend. And that's kind of the sad part. And it is true. I think it'll change in the future, but there's so much education that needs to take place, in the government and the medical, profession. So we'll see that in the future for sure. But for now, it's kind of case by case depending on the doctor. I think we have another question here from Jody. Is the webinar being recorded? It is. You'll be able to share this out afterwards with anybody. And it's really important. We have the webinar from last week as well. If you missed the webinar last week, we actually had on Lacey and Jennifer. Lacey is expecting, which a lot of people have questions about pregnancy and breastfeeding and taking CBD. So if you don't have the webinar from last week and you're interested in those topics, you can ask the person that referred you here today, and they can share that link with you, and they can share this link with you as well. So, you know, if anybody wants to hear this back, it'll be available for sure. So Patty just says her blood pressure and other levels have come down a lot. Her doctor said, "What are you doing? I haven't seen your levels this low and good in a long time." I said CBD oil, and he said, "Fantastic, keep it up." We love to hear that. You know, we love to hear doctors that are open-minded and, you know, educated, and that's fantastic, Patty. I'm happy for you. Robert said, "I started off with 5 drops of this CBD oil twice a day. I decided to use it in spite of what my doctor said. I'm hoping I can give him a wow factor on my next visit." And yes, you know, a lot of people are choosing to do that. It's disappointing in a way because I would like your doctor to support you. But yes, some people do choose. What you can do if your doctor doesn't support you taking CBD is you can ask them to monitor your different levels, whether it's blood pressure, blood sugar, or whatever it is. You can ask them just to monitor you while you're taking the CBD. They don't have to actually give you the okay, but they can certainly monitor you. I can't see a doctor saying no to that, but once again, I'm not a medical professional, so always check with your doctor for any of those questions that concern your health. So if there's no other questions, we will end it here. Thank you, ladies, for joining me. This was very moving, very exciting to hear from you. And I just want to thank you. I'm so proud that you're part of this team. I appreciate you so much. And we will do this again next week with a couple more people. I'm always looking for volunteers. Thank you, ladies, for volunteering to share your stories. It was very moving.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much.
All right. Talk to you later, and get back with the person who invited you to this webinar or who shared this link with you for more information, or if you'd like to join us. Bye.